So that being said, I think standards are now low enough. It's not because I'm saying that he's a bad comedian, but his name is Socrates. So people always expect like philosophical stuff. So let me tell you now, don't expect anything philosophical. It's the only real Greek thing he does is anal sex, I think. That's about it. So let us hear it for Socrates!
Hey, thank you, Fedor. Hello, Canary Islands. How are y'all doing today? Let me stick up the cheat here, the cheat sheet up, because I'm here on vacation. It's finger quotes. I asked for a stool, but he said he didn't have one. Apparently, I know where he dropped his stools. Oh, this ain't gonna work anymore. It worked once. Oh well. When I lean down a couple times, you'll realize what's going on is because, hey, there you go. See that? Back up with Linda. She's always there for you. Thank you so much. So yeah, this is my first time to the Canary Islands. Thank you, Rich. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. It's the longest I've traveled for a gig too. You know. Hey, thank you. Thank you. I've taken a lot of trains, but I've never taken a plane. So, but you're a wonderful little audience. I really thank you all for coming out here tonight. I think the English population of the island has dropped off significantly. Yeah, my girlfriend told me we should go to the Canary Islands. I mean, it was a really good idea. You know, I feel bad not bringing her, but even so, she was right. I give her credit. You know, but so if you can't tell, I also am an American. Woo! See, that's what it's like to be a German. You know, the few people that appreciate you from your own country. So, I was born and raised in New Jersey. Hey, thank you again. 2 for 2, all right. My dad's a Greek, but my mom's an American. And since they wanted me to fit in, well, naturally, they named me Socrates. You call that a job well done. And my paper fill, that's not useful. And so if you're thinking to yourself, hey, I've heard of this guy. No, you're probably thinking of another dude. That's true, though. I'm not at all jealous. It's true. He's a whole lot more famous than I am, but he's also a whole lot more dead. So, for now. Yeah. So if you don't know Socrates 1 or Socrates Prime, if you want to use his Transformers name, he got himself in trouble years ago when he was complaining and worried about the new system of government the Greeks were trying out called democracy. Yeah, it wasn't a joke back then, but it's becoming more and more every passing election. See, he was worried that if the voters did not understand the issues that they were voting on, that it could be possible to manipulate them into voting for something stupid. Yeah, I know, it's laughable now. But it was a real worry in the ancient times. And in fact, they even had a word for it. They called it the Brexodus of Trumpists. Yeah, so you can learn from history, but you really got to read the books. You know? So, if you're wondering, did I wander into a philosophy class? Yes, you did. Yeah. Asking that was the first question. Give yourself extra credit. So you're on your way to self-enlightenment. I like that. We're going to talk a little bit about honesty tonight. I know Fedor was really discussing the honesty of the bucket. And if I ever get to Paul, by the way, I'm going to staring at that bucket, and I'm going to wonder, why didn't he finish the bit? You should have included, what do I do with the bucket? Because now I'll never know. So I'm really worried if I ever go to Nepal. But, so honesty, that's good for kids in the room. I like to have children in my bits, because you'll see. But anybody in relationships? We have any relationship people here today? Woo! Know the comics, well, yeah. Well, one comic. Yeah. But the question of honesty, are you guys married already, or have you been together for a long time, or a while? Is it, how honest are you now? Is this like full honesty or dating honesty? Yeah, okay. Because at first, you think you're honest, but you're really not honest. But like, I lived with my last girlfriend 6 years, and there's no longer any hiding. If you think you're a secret farter, you're not. They know all about that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there's things about the life of a woman, the life cycle, if you will, of a woman that they don't tell you at first when you're just dating them, that you find out the hard way. Things like, discharge. It's a whole topic. They don't really discuss it at first, but it's a huge, incredibly deep subject. There's a lot of questions about discharge. Things like, what color is it? Is it clear discharge, yellowy, or is it a brownish discharge? Is it creamy, watery, or pussy? You don't want a pussy pussy. Trust me on this one. The most important question, and I hope the little boy's listening, is this discharge of yours, does it have a foul odor? That's bad, okay? That's universally a bad thing. If you walk by an industrial plant and you see a discharge coming out, doesn't matter if it's clear or not. If it has a foul odor, you need to see a gynecologist. That's all I'm saying. But if you ask me, this is great for the kids, the single grossest thing to come out of a vagina, it's the foreskin. You know, what is the deal with these things? See, I'm an American. You know, I had never even seen one in porno. We don't have them in our pornos, okay? I moved here. It was the first time I ever really saw one in my life, you know? Woo! Hey, appreciate that. And all I can say is this. When the Jews, the Muslims, and the Americans can agree on something, you got to consider it. Give it a second chance. You know? These people are 2-1 against on pork. Bacon? Come on, you're crazy. World's best religion? 1-1-1 tie. But on circumcision, 3-0 in favor. I'm just saying. Now I go to one of those spa in the Netherlands. You know, I live in the Netherlands as well, by the way. Woo, thank you. Give it up for the Dutch. Give it up for the Dutch. Give me a home. Thank you. And even in Holland, the spas are basically naked, so it's both men and women together. There's no clothes, so in 7 years of doing this, I've seen most of the Dutch people's parents and grandparents naked. Yeah, it's really hot, you know. It's a sauna. So I've seen these guys, you know, some of you dudes, I don't know, I'm not going to call you out specifically, but some of these guys, they've got so much skin, they look like they stood too near a candle. Dick started to melt a bit, you know, just dribbling away. That is not a foreskin, okay? That's a 5-skin. I'm just saying, you know. I know sometimes the truth can hurt, you know, like when Donald Trump speaks. The man is a truth rapist, if you ask me. And one of these days, the truth is going to press charges. At least I'm hoping so. But you have to give him credit, though. You know, he has lost more than $1 billion in business. Exactly $1 billion more than I've had to invest in businesses in my entire life. So I'm impressed, is my point. So what I have to do is I have to think outside the box. I have to try to make it a little bit, you know, easier on the wallet kind of a thing. So my newest business is, I don't know how well this works in an island, but you do have chihuahuas. It's a thing called stolen dog walker. Have you stolen a dog? Too scared to walk it? Give us a call. We'll walk it for you. No questions asked. In fact, we're just going to assume you stole it. Stolen dog walker. It's very popular in Amsterdam, you know what I mean? I don't know. Another one I'm working on is an app called Crap App. It's a bad app. Takes forever to load. It's always updated. Paid ads? We're loaded with it. Crap App. We warned you. Yeah, so this is, I don't really have too much in the way of skills. This came up the other day, but the truth, I'm short on skills. This is what I do. This is the closest thing to a profession I have now, which is good and bad. Because in social situations, you tell people, you know, what do you do? Say, I'm a stand-up comedian. They're already impressed at first, you know. Until they ask them, how much money do you make at it? Nothing. And they're immediately less impressed. You can feel the deflation, you know. So what I do instead is I use the word work instead of the word masturbation. See, this one they can say to me, what did you do today? I spent the day working. I woke up this morning, work was on my mind. I got right to work. I like to work early, you know. I'll work through the day if possible. You know what I mean? I'm a workaholic is what it comes down to. I like to put in my 5 a week, you know. Weekends too, I'll double it up. I don't mind, you know. Work my fingers to the bone, you know. I don't mind getting my hands dirty either, you know. I'm worried that one day I'll have to be forced retired. It's not what I'm looking forward to. End up homeless on a street corner, a little sign. We'll work for food. Literally working hand to mouth, we call it. Appreciate that, I really do. So, like I said, I've been living in Holland now for about 10 years now, in Amsterdam. Ex-expats and whatnot. And, you know, the Dutch are an interesting people. One of the things about the Dutch is, you know, they don't like the Germans still. They're still mad about the bikes, you know what I mean? And, but the biggest thing that separates the Dutch from the Germans is that the Dutch are not German. You know, other than that, they're almost entirely German. You know, it's like you ask the world about 1940. Oh, that's the Germans. 1910s, also the Germans. 1700s, 16, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the 1600s, that was us. But we've cleaned it up since, so, you know, and I think that's good, you know. Now, I personally have done a lot of shows where I'm the only English act at a Dutch show, and normally there'd be lots of Dutch people here, but I guess we'll take your, you know, the Dutch people, they don't tend to laugh at comedy shows. I don't know if you're aware of this or not. And it's not that they don't do English comedy. I've been, like I said, the only English guy at a Dutch show, Dutch audience. They're brutal to the Dutch performers, worse than to me. I can usually get a laugh out of them because I'm a clown. But it's a difficult thing. So I tell performers they should, you know, they should do Dutch audiences because it's just good to experience this, you know. And it's good, it's bad for me because not only do I have a pretty bad stage fright, you know, but I also have galatophobia, which is the fear of laughter. But that's why I love a Dutch audience, because they never laugh. Even if they find it funny, they don't laugh. They just look at that one, tell you afterwards, I enjoyed your set. Thanks so very much. But, and again, I really don't have a fear of failure, so I find it odd to stay on stage, especially in this particular setting. But, so in Amsterdam, you know, it's a different kind of a city. I don't have anyone besides yourself been to Amsterdam? We have a few?
Yeah.
Oh, lots of, you've all been to Amsterdam. Wonderful. So you know that in Amsterdam, the vagina can be used as an ATM. Yeah, I'm not sure if you're making, you know, deposits or withdrawals, but one way or the other, it does work that way. You know. But it's all very regulated. You know, in Amsterdam, you have to have a license to sell blowjobs. Yeah, there's no written test. It's more of an oral exam. Now, for some reason, that joke works really well with an all-Dutch audience. I always find that really funny, but that's the one that really kills. It's like, yeah. So have you guys been following the elections, all these horrible things? You know, I was, you know, as Socrates, you know, democracy is not really my thing. I was actually a member of the local communist club. I ran for the office. I tried to become the president of the communist club. You know, my slogan was democracy in action. People have spoken. I came in last. Yeah. Could have come in dead last. I'm not complaining. You know. Well, I was a member of the anarchist club, but nobody ever showed up to the meetings. Appreciate that. So at the spa and things, you know, people talking about, you know, when we lost, someone asked me basically when I lost my virginity. It's a conversation. And honestly, I actually don't remember the first time I had sex. And it was so overwhelming, you know, because I had never been to prison before. But that's also what I learned, that in a lot of ways, being straight and being gay, it's not that different. I'll give you an example. As a straight man, I can't get laid. You can ask these women; they'll explain it to you better than I can. But it's a fact. But you know, however, as a gay man, I choose not to get laid. Yeah, see, at the end of the night, the end result is exactly the same. But the difference is empowering. You know, I get to be the stuck-up little bitch who's too good to suck a dick. Looking at you, little boy. It's just good to have toddlers running around while I'm doing my set. That's all I'm saying. Actually, I decided to come out against homosexuality. And it's not that I'm homophobic. It's just that, well, as a Greek, I feel it's cultural appropriation. There's just certain lines you don't cross, you know what I'm saying? But I haven't given up. I'm still trying. You know, like the other day I was walking in the park and I saw these two really hot chicks. They were making out on the bench. So I walked over to them and I said, "Hey, hashtag me too." Didn't work. But yeah, it makes me actually really miss an old girlfriend. You know, she used to make these really sexy noises when we make love. You know, like sighing, swiping right. Sometimes snoring. You know. See, that's the one I can actually explain, you see. She told me she was into cosplay. I did not know that meant costume play. I thought she meant Cosby play. One thing led to another. So yeah, it's I am able to. Yeah, that's it. So in the end, I am a minimalist. Well, since my divorce, That's all there is to that joke. If you didn't get it, don't wait any longer than 6 words. It's my shortest joke. I can do it a second time. It's quick. But y'all, our relationships, they all pretty much ended the same way. Just like that French play. You know the one I mean? Les Miserables. So have you heard of the incel movement? Bunch of American virgins can't get laid, so they're involuntary celibates. And they get all angry. You know, they go out and spend thousands of dollars on high-grade military weapons and kill people. It's true. Look it up. It's happened like 5 times so far in the U.S. now. I think my theory is they're really bad at Googling because they never put the word Thailand vacation. What can you do? Because they have the money. They spend thousands on this stuff. So, you know, there's another group called the MGTOWs, Men Going the Wrong Way. You heard of these?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you read enough comments, what happened, this is my fun, stupid story on this one. Somebody had that in a comment, and somebody else said, just seeing that makes me cringe. So I'm good at Google, so I Googled it. And it's men basically who decided women are too much trouble, too much of a pain in the ass. And so instead of trying to get laid, they just gone their own way. See, at the end of the night, the end result is exactly the same. But the difference is empowering. So sometimes you realize that life is looking at you and this is your moment to shine. I had that a little while ago. I was walking through Central Station in Amsterdam. These guys know what I'm talking about. And I saw this woman. She was breastfeeding her baby out in public. And I knew this was my chance to be supportive and show society was on her side, you know. So I walked over to him. I said, "Excuse me, man. Hashtag me too?" Didn't work. So a friend of mine, he just bought himself a dog. And the guy's a nihilist, right? But he names his dog Karma. And yet it's a male dog. Exactly. So when people find out the dog's name, invariably will say, "Hey, Karma's a bitch." He says, "No, man. Karma's just a dog. You make your own reality." See, now normally that'd be the end of this thing, but I'm going to flip it. Now we're going to go to the back side of the page. Should I go to the back side, or should I just wrap it there? Okay, just check. Now some of these, how many people actually speak Dutch? Do we have a few Dutch speakers? Just okay, so, yeah. So my dad's Greek, and I don't know if you've known any Greek fathers. Anybody who raised up or grow up with a Greek family in the area? Yes. Greek parents will always tell you, a Greek father specifically, a word, you know, is a Greek word. Pyrotechnics, that's a Greek word. Democracy, this is a Greek word. They won't explain anything about it, just that it's a Greek word. You know, democracy, from, you know, to try out, and krisi is a Greek word for wine, because democracy is best done drunk. You know, things like this nature. But, so for me, you know, I like the different sayings that people have, you know, and some of these are, they work better for the Dutch people, so I usually start off with some Dutch ones, so we'll learn a little Dutch sayings as well. And the Dutch, every culture's got its own weirdness, you know, the Dutch are strange in their own way, trust me. And some of the things I'd like to say are things like, the kortel is door de kerk. You know this one? Good one? Yeah. It means the bullet is through the church. Now, obviously, I don't have to explain that any more than that. It's clear what they mean, right? All right, so in the ancient time, there might be these foreigners coming over, and when they start putting bullets in the church, you know, you've got yourself a situation where you've got barbarians on your hands because they're not respecting the church, so you're going to have to fight these people. Because the saying used to say, you know, you feed a Christian, but you got to fuck a barbarian. Again, that was for the little boy. And, you know, in the U.S., we've had literally thousands of bullets shot in hundreds of churches, but we have absolutely no idea what it means. Did I explain what that means, by the way? It means that the time for discussion is over. Now the path forward is clear. Because, again, you know what you're dealing with because you know what it's. I should have said that earlier in the thing, but, you know, you get what you pick for. I paid for a long flight. And one of my favorite Dutch sayings of all time is, nu de aap kom uit de mouw. Yeah? No? Whatever? Nu de aap kom uit de mouw. Now the monkey comes out the sleeve. Yeah, which basically means now you're showing your true colors. Which I think is a funny thing to say, because what the hell does that mean? Showing your true colors, you know what I mean? Now I'm pulling up flags in my pirate ship again. When you try to explain the colloquialism with the colloquialism, you go down a river. You go down a rabbit hole is what I'm trying to say, you know? But I appreciate that. I got to look back. But, so then the English ones have things like, you know, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. You all know that, you know, which oddly enough means it has nothing to do with hand jobs or pussy. What it basically means is what you have is better than what you might have. Or as a Brexiteer would tell you, bullshit! There could be 6 birds in that book. There could be a pony. You know, in the end, what it comes down to is, you know, when life gives you lemons, you should make lemonade. Yeah. Assuming you have water and a bunch of sugar. Now, I'm a Greek. You know, we put lemons on fish. So, you know, I much prefer to have fish with that lemons. It's my own personal saying on this, and I'm leading people here. No one use lemons. You're all crazy. Trust me, it's great. You should try it. I'll also tell you that, you know, if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. But if you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Because education is better than charity. You see what I'm saying? You can change a person's life with education. Now, I say, if you teach a Greek man to fish, he'll be glad when life gives him lemons. Because of all the fish. Sometimes you write something you think is clever, but you know there's no way to get it to land. So you write this huge on-ramp. This is good for you, Simon. You write it because you like the damn joke enough that you're like, no, I can make this thing work. So that's one of mine for that as far as that goes. You know, I like the fact that we all put our thoughts on YouTube or on comments where I got the NGTOW, and you know, Facebook's everyone's putting their little thing there, you know. And yet the saying is, it's a penny for your thoughts. Yeah, that's what they're worth. 1 cent. All right? Exactly. That, my thought there wasn't worth much more than that, but nonetheless, and that was back when a penny used to be worth something. So just think about it. Just think about it. You know, some of these things don't get so good. And oh, yeah, that's a good one. I like that. Bottom of the page. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, I mean, the truth is, like, I'm not really religious. You know, I mean, unless the guy's got a gun. I can be flexible. So, if I was actually baptized Greek Orthodox as a baby, you know, it's no real big deal. They put me in a bowl, and the priest poured some olive oil over me. I could have been a salad. It's a true story too. That's what they do. So yeah, you know, I like to talk about relationships up here because, you know, I have a lot of children in my audiences, so they like it. They like it. And but there's a lot of misconceptions about relationships, you know. Although I think the biggest misconception you can make while in a relationship is when you accidentally get your girlfriend's best friend pregnant. And it is a serious misconception, okay? It's nearly impossible to talk your way out of it. I'm just going to point that out. So, yeah. So it's been so as you can tell, it's been a while. And it's a really scary thought to think that maybe my sexuality may have set sail without me. Now I'm headed out all alone, out across the celibacy. It's one of my favorite jokes, is it takes a long time to kind of percolate through the audience usually, you know? Again, it's a question of language skills too, you know what I mean? That's the thing, I don't consider it masturbation. I think of it as preventive maintenance. Rotating tires, checking fluids, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I was just in Greece recently too, and I have no idea how long I've gone, by the way, Fedor, but I'm running towards the bottom of the page if you want to know. I have no clue how long this has been. I'm in this time. But I was in Greece recently a little while ago. I got to see my family, which is really great, you know, and flew home, and boy, was my ass tired. Because of the Greek thing, it's okay. Yeah, you know, depends on the audience. Depends. Some of these things, again, you have to have on-ramp. I'm not on-ramping anymore. I'm just on things from the bottom. This is bottom of the page stuff, you know. But the other thing, you shouldn't end with that, so I'll throw it now, and then I'll try to come up with something else after that, which is the fact that, you know, a little while ago I was really worried I had cancer again. Yeah, I like that. It's, yeah, I've never actually had cancer, but I've worried I've had cancer many times, you know what I mean? The beauty of worrying you have cancer is one day you'll be right, baby. See, I told you! Happiest guy in the chemo ward. I said it wasn't the best one to end on, you know. But like I was in the airport talking to my friend on WhatsApp, and plane was delayed, and suddenly wondering what time is it, you know, and looking for my phone, and it's not in my pocket where it should be. Sorry, I got to hang up because, you know, I couldn't find my phone at the exact moment I found my phone. I thought I could keep that moment to myself because it really did happen, or I could share it on stage with people because I'm a stand-up comedian. This is one of the things we do. But, yeah, so I was at Gay Day. That was a fun one. There's a couple from the Gay Day day. Yeah, if you can't get laid at Gay Day, you ain't trying. Or you're real picky about your vagina, because there wasn't a lot of vagina. It was mostly faux-gina, you know. Well, it's like vagina-esque, you know what I mean? It's like vagina substitute, you know. It's like the other brownie. Takes a lick and keeps on ticking. They have different strokes for different folks, that's all I'm saying. But anyway, I was walking along and I saw this guy, and he was selling blowjobs for free. And right away I was impressed with his marketing. Thank you. So do it differently. Right away I was impressed with his marketing. Now just go on when he just let it go. And but I was worried as a businessman, you know, about his investment. I asked him, how do you make money selling blowjobs for free? He said, volume. Volume. But that's the first time I ever forgot a joke. It's a little distracting, but it's what I haven't done earlier. So I have absolutely no idea. Wow, that's like literally the first time this ever happened to me. I've never forgot a joke. It's on the bottom of the list. But there was another guy, I'll just skip along because there's another thing up there. There was a guy selling gummy bears. I asked him, you know, what the deal is, and he said, well, they're like gummy bears, but the secret ingredient is love. I like the Gay Day joke better. Trust me, it's really good. Find it on YouTube or something like that. I don't know. But, so this has been one of my coolest things for me. Not only did I get a good tan on stage, strange stage tan, but like I said, this is the farthest I've ever traveled to do a show. And you know, I've been doing this a little while now, and the more I do it, I was told that comedy is a lot like sex. And the more I do it, the more I think that's true. Because I was really excited about coming here today. And now that I came, I'm definitely sweaty. I'm looking forward to coming again as soon as I get the chance. Thank you, Canary Islands. Thank you, Fedor. My name